Hello everybody, welcome to another video. I'm just on my way home from food shopping and I felt like I really needed to make this video for you guys because there's one important thing that you cannot forget, and that is really putting one foot in front of the other. So it's really like, the big shift is not going to come from waking up in the morning and having your world changed upside down to your favor. It is really about being present with the little things and getting really crystal clear on how you want to feel, who you want to be. And I had one of the sessions that I had today with one of you was about her starting her own freelance business. And it was basically, she was really in her head about and overthinking the website and the colors and all the things that are actually not a priority. And I'm not saying that this is you right now. Like, maybe you're not starting or dreaming up a new business. Maybe you want to change something in your relationship. Maybe you want to, change something in the way that you feel in your body. Maybe you want to change, the anxiety that you feel waking up every morning, or the way you go to work, the way you carry yourself, the way you appreciate yourself, the way you feel with your family. This could be really anything. But the real important thing is to focus on, and I'm just saying this because people are looking at me being like, what the heck is she doing with her phone in her face? And I'm just saying, none of your business. And it's just one little step at a time of realizing that I don't need to worry about all the people around me and what they think of me. So that's my thing when I'm walking around with my camera, right? Like, why the heck would I care if I get every day incredible messages from you guys that what I share in the videos is supporting you? Isn't this so much more important to show up for you than to worry about what other people think of me? I mean, do you care about the impact, or do you care about your insecurity? There's always something that you can prioritize, And when you start focusing, and you start focusing in on what you're actually focusing on, because most of the time we are not clear about what we focus on. Yeah, so that's why it's important, like I said, to get crystal clear on what are you focusing on? What is your mind directed towards? Is it directed towards all the things that could go wrong? And I'm not saying be reckless, yeah? It's good to consider, what to look out for and be maybe prepared, or check in with that and check out, that your work is quality or whatever it is. But I'm saying don't overthink it. Don't make it a priority accidentally, yeah? Because often we make the things that we don't want the priority. What do I mean with make it a priority? They take up all our mental space, all our emotional space, and suddenly we find ourselves being focused on what we don't want, rather than focusing on what we do want. Yeah, so check in with yourself. How many hours a day do you spend worrying that what you don't want may happen or could happen, or you don't want that to happen? Yeah, focus on where you want to be. And to go back to the example of my client today, she's such a wonderful, sweet human. And she got because she's really into aesthetics and how things feel like, And I love that. But from my experience, when we focus on those things, those sort of, surface level things, we miss the foundations. And I'm not saying that if aesthetics and things like that are important to you, you should buy. I'm not saying that you should not consider it or that you should bypass it. But what I'm saying is fix your foundations first. Like focus on your foundations because they carry you. Imagine a house without foundations. Do you know the Tower of Pisa that is not straight, but that goes like this? Fucked up foundations. That's all I'm going to say to that. So it's really important that you focus on rebuilding your foundations. That may mean maybe you're on a point right now where your foundations are crumbling and where you, how can I say this? Where you feel in the midst of change, yeah? In the midst of, oh my God, everything's going wrong. Everything is crumbling. And I get that this is scary and that this has you feeling a little bit like, oh my God. And, displaced and challenged. It's all normal. And at the same time, it is also an opportunity for you to realize, all right, so what didn't go so well with my previous foundations? Yeah, where was I not aligned to the truth of who I really am? And that takes some digging. If you need some help with that, the easiest thing is like this clarity journal that I can offer you before you even go into any one-on-one sessions. If you just want to do something for yourself at home, get some clarity on where you're at, on what influences you in your subconscious without even realizing, check out the clarity journal. It's linked down below. Or you can, just do some of your own journaling and asking yourself really, really deep questions, smart questions. Sorry, I'm walking around in the snow. I love it. Yeah. So, one more time to my client from earlier today. So, we really looked into, okay, so this is important to you, right? Aesthetics, things like that. Let's not push it away. But let's also make sure your foundations are very clear. Because especially if you're building a new business, and it's a business that is really personal, really aligned with, your abilities, your gifts, your qualities, it really means something to you. Yeah, I could call it probably soul business, but I just didn't want to be that cheesy. But if this really means something for you, it's really important to get your foundation straight. For example, what are you really good at? What do you really like doing and delivering to a client or in a relationship? What are you really strong at? What do you like, sharing with people? What do you like giving to people? You could call this also your love language. Or at work, yeah? What are you acing in? What are you really good at? And what are the things that you do not enjoy doing, you don't actually want to do? And then maybe there are some things that you are a little insecure about that you would like to get better at, but you feel not as strong in. So then you have also the list of, these are the skills I want to strengthen, yeah? So if you get really clear on what you have to offer, what you want to grow in, and what is not for you, this is basically important in any area of your life. Even when you're dating, like letting people know what you're not willing to do or what you cannot give to somebody. Let's say not everybody wants to have children. Be clear about it, be honest about it from the start. Or, you don't like doing a certain type of work, then you need to let your boss know, or your business partner. In friendships, like what is a no-go for you? or what is something that you really need out of your friendships, then this is something that if you know that, if you're really clear about it, then you can own it. And when you can own it, you can communicate it. And that, my friends, makes everybody's life so much easier. Yeah, like so much easier. So in this, one more time, back to my client's example, we really focus today on getting clear on the tasks, the areas that she really enjoys, working in. And then we also got really clear on, all right, these are new skills or things that I haven't touched yet, but I want to make some courses, I want to improve my skills in that. Yeah. And then there are things that she doesn't want to do. So now that she has it really clear, she can communicate it super clearly on her website. Because in order to write like a text for your copy for your website, you need to know what you have to offer. You need to know, what's in your heart, and then you can speak from passion and from confidence. And that's also gonna, come out in your social media posts if this is something that you want to go into. But especially, knowing what you're willing to give and you're not willing to take or not willing to give is super important, because that also gives you a roadmap. It gives you a natural roadmap for the future without forcing anything like, oh, within next year I need to have 100K income. No, focus on honing in, and that also gives you like a direction for your pricing when we look at business, for the amount of money you want to ask for a new job, for what kind of, partner you're looking for in a relationship, because it's standards that you're setting, it's values that you're clarifying. And that is just, like I said, the foundation of everything in your life. When you get clarity on that, and these are things that may change. So maybe you've done this exercise before 5 years ago or a year ago, it's still worth it checking in. That's why I love this clarity journal that I created for you. I don't want to sell you anything. I don't care if you buy it or not, if you get it or not. I just wanted to create something at a really low price point that is so easy for you to do at home. Do it or not, I don't mind. But I just wanted to mention it because it's something that I come back to all the time. It's not something, it's a tool. It's not something you do once and then it's forgotten. It's something you can check in with yourself, even in a business context, even with your employees, even with your partner, with your family, just to get clear on, what are my values, what are yours, what are you working towards, and all these sort of things. So I think, getting really clear on those foundational steps is incredibly helpful, direction giving, and if you're a little confused or lost or insecure at the moment, it will help you so much to connect to yourself. So that's the video today. It's short and sweet, and it's just something that I learned that is so important, and that I always, I'm walking in the wrong direction, that I always come back to. So I really wanted to share it with you, and I'm super curious also, how you feel about this topic. So share your experiences with me, please. I love you.